Hello and welcome. This is Cheryl. Thank you for joining me today. Today we are on day 10 of the 12 days of Stitchmas. So if you don't want to see what's in the day 10 window, now is your chance to pause, save this video to watch later when you do want to know, because there's going to be spoilers, and here it is. Today we have this adorable die, and I have to say, when I first opened it, I thought it was a light bulb, but when I was stitching it, I thought maybe it's an ornament because of the type of hanger that's on top. So I die cut thinking it was a light bulb, but I wanted to do it silver. It works either way, but when I did the die cutting, I did die cut my hanger with green thinking it was a light bulb. And that one extra die, I think it's a die for the tree die. I think that was day 2. I think that was to go on the top to attach the circle star on top of it. So I just set that aside. It must have escaped that bag and then traveled to this window. So I just set that aside, not using that for this because I don't believe it belongs to this one. So I die cut my ornament light bulb in silver cardstock. This is the cardstock that is in the add-on kit, and I'm going to do my stitching with the green variegated yarn. So this is the same yarn that I finished off my mittens with, but because there's a lot more stitching on this, I think we're going to see a lot more of that variegation. This one here, because of the shape of it, I think you could make it a light bulb or an ornament, and I think it would be adorable. Die cut in several different colors, ink blended around the edges to give it a little bit of a look of dimension, and then on, say, a slimline card, adding the cord from the mittens die to kind of create a bit of a string of lights. They're nice and large, and they've got some fun detail in them. Once again, the stitching is very, very easy. If your thread or floss tends to start to twist like mine was, just hold your piece up in the air, let the thread and the needle hang below it, and it will untwist itself. Just like all of the other ones, I use some Best Ever Craft tape to hold and secure my floss in place when I was beginning, as well as when I ended my stitching. I'm also holding it with my left hand, stitching with my right. This time, rather, because of the large size of the piece, I have my thumb and pointer finger on the top, and am using my ring finger on the back to sometimes hold the thread, sometimes hold the cardstock, just to keep everything nice and taut and nice and neat. Once I have my stitching done here, I can cut off the excess floss and glue it to my solid piece. Same as all of the other ones, I die cut a solid piece with the outline die, and then taped the stitching piece in place before die cutting it to make sure that it was nice and centered. Once I have the glue on there, I'm going to use my reverse tweezers to hold everything in place. And again, because this one's a little bit larger, after letting that sit for a few moments, I do use my hands to squeeze some of the edges together that wanted to not be glued together. Those tweezers can only hold so much. But while I was waiting for that glue to dry a little bit, I chose one of the stamps from the stamp set in the add-on kit, and am stamping it with peeled paint distress ink on my white card base. I really liked the clean and simple look from the last card, and I thought I would kind of go with that again. The one thing I changed up from this die set from what was in this day is I added on the poinsettia from day 8 as well as the holly from day 8, just to give it a little bit of greenery, just to dress up this ornament light bulb a little bit. So once my backing was secure on there, I glued it to my card base and then glued the hanger part on it. Now, because I'm gluing that hanger part on top of the silver cardstock has a kind of coating on it. It doesn't really want to glue on anything too well. So I did need to adjust that a couple times. My red cardstock here is Poppy Field, again from the add-on kit. The green cardstock is Fern, again from the add-on kit. And I really love the look of this with the with the poinsettia on the top as well as the holly. I think it totally finishes off the card and adds a little bit of fun dimension. I didn't add a bow on the top of this ornament, but I think it would be really nice. I think it would be nice in silver to match the ornament. You could also do it in the white. I chose not to do it because the white was going to just blend into the background anyways. To finish off the ornament, I'm using some of the pearls in a couple of different sizes. There are some holes for decoration on the ornament, so I'm adding the tiny pearls to that. And then I put a larger one in the center of the little sunburst stitching detail, as well as one in the center of the poinsettia. And I love how that finishes it off and just gives it a little bit of texture on that ornament. Thank you so much for joining me for day 10. I will see you tomorrow for day 11.